Okay, this will probably be my last video tonight. I just stopped and had supper at the Oaks restaurant. They're going to close now. It's 5:48. They're closing. But anyway, I drove up to Barton Flats, came back, and there's still people coming down from Big Bear. They're sneaking around the checkpoint up at Sugarloaf. But I got 28 degrees here. The backside of the mountain here on 38, it's dry pavement down from here downbound, but upbound, it's getting icy, and there's a lot of slush and snow. The road's almost completely snow-packed. But there's people making it down. Most of them were chained up. There was one Jeep, 4 snowboarders I talked to that did not have chains. In fact, he said he was in too high. I said, "You're killing me, Holmes." And but he knew how to drive that Jeep, it looked like, and he had good tread, good meats, good tires. So if you absolutely have to get down, I ain't saying go around the checkpoint. And if you get stuck, I wouldn't try it tonight, even chain up. It's just too slippery and icy. And there ain't a lot of cars coming down now. So if you get stuck, it may be a while till somebody sees you, if anybody even sees you. If you go off the side where they can't see you, you're into a survival situation with the temps dropping real low. So wait till the morning. I mean, I drove up there and I was in 4 high. In fact, I think I'm in. Yeah, the roads from here down are great. They were dry and shoulders were plowed, but above here, and in some places it gets real. Here goes a car right now going by me from Big Bear. You can tell the Big Bear ones because they got most of the Googans don't take the snow off their vehicles. You know, they got 2 feet of snow in their hood, on their roof. You really got to clean off your vehicle, because you get that on the bottom, that's going to come sailing off and either blind you. If it comes off the hood, it'll blind you or hit the guy behind you, or it could come sailing off. And a lot of it's frozen chunks of ice, so say you hit the brakes and it goes flying off, you're going to hit the car in front of you. You know, maybe break his rear window, or yeah, it's just not. Ooh, what do we got here? What is that? Little what is that? Little snowcat, little bucket, little bobcat. I was wondering what the heck that was. He's cleaning up. Couldn't tell with the lights. I was like, "Hey, a golf cart. The heck is that?" He's helping, probably doing driveways. They got a crap ton of snow up here. I mean, hopefully there's enough light. This camera's, so I'm running a cell phone, a Samsung. I think this is a 21, 22 Ultra. They got real good night vision. Because like right now it's pretty dark, but on the camera it looks almost like daytime. But I'm gonna take it easy. I got 28 degrees. There's some people walking their dogs. And I gave the police, I gave the sheriff, the Deputy Cordova, that guy's info, where I saw him on the highway. There was a guy blocking the highway over there by the Welcome Center on Barton Flats. He said he was from one of the cabins and he hiked out and no food, no water. And I said, let me turn around. I'm going to go down and turn around. I couldn't turn around where he was. It was kind of narrow. I didn't want to block the highway because people are sneaking down from a Big Bear. But I went down and I took a quick leak and came back and he was gone. I waited there about 15 minutes, honked the horn. Nobody went by me, so I don't think anybody picked him up. So I let the sheriff know. I said, you might want to welfare check that guy. And they said, unless he calls in, they're not going to go looking for him. So hopefully, God, I would be the last guy that saw him if he ends up dying. He may have gone back to his cabin, but if it was me and I was out of food and firewood and I was on the highway, I would have, like he did, I would have flagged the next car down. I was going toward Big Bear, so he thought I was going to Big Bear. He wanted to go to Angelus Oaks the opposite way, but I said, I'm not going much further. I'm going to turn around. But he disappeared on us. We don't know where. I gave the sheriff lat and long, and there's a trail in the snow where he walked out. A good trail where you could see it. So, he might not have, I didn't ask him that if he had a cell phone. Because they said he had to call for help. It was like, well, I never thought about it. He may not have a cell phone that's working. So, now I regret it. I should have just grabbed him right there. But he was lucid. You know, he wasn't hypothermic. And I was just 5 minutes, turned around, came back. If it was me, like I said, I would have camped my happy ass right there. I'd have laid in the road, said, hey, pick me up. You know, I'm desperate. That's what he said. He was desperate, but then he disappeared. So, and it's on camera, so I wasn't seeing stuff. I wasn't seeing apparitions or. The road below AO was in pretty good shape. When I came up, it was dry. There was some rocks down here. You gotta be careful with these rocks. Let me turn my other lights on here. You gotta get a little more. I had to weave through a couple rock slides. They were about softball size. But that's normal down here. They're always coming off the slope up here. Especially after the fire where they're doing chains probably. Stop, make sure they're okay. Yeah, they're doing chains. Yeah, about here's what you want to. I would take my chains off at the parking lot there at AO. The snow starts right above AO. It gets real slushy, and then the road just goes covered with snow. And I made it in 4 high up to Barton Flats, taking it easy, you know. And I've got all-terrain tires on a pickup truck. It was there's not really big hills there. I didn't want to go down to. South Fork of Santa Ana because you got those steep switchbacks, but everybody I talked to that was sneaking through the checkpoint at Sugarloaf said that no problem on that uphill. But see how it's melting across the road? That'll freeze tonight. So I wouldn't come down from Big Bear or try and go up. It's residents only at the lower check on Bryant, but the past couple nights they've been making a hard closure at dark probably because it's freezing. Where nobody comes up but except emergency personnel. So I'm gonna hit this turnout. There's a guy behind me. You probably remember this turnout from the El Dorado fire. This is when I was doing my live feeds. This was one of the few places up here, right here, I could do a broadcast from. Oh, look at the mountains. Ooh, is that pretty or what? I think I'm gonna pull in here and. I think this big turnout was cleared out. I thought I saw cars in here. Yeah, let's turn in here and get a dusk, a twilight shot. Actually, it's pretty dark, but the camera, the night vision on these Sammy phones is amazing. They've cleared this one out. I'll got a little bit of sunset action there. Oh, that's beautiful. Let me turn my lights off. The lights are messing with my pick. Got the picks. Put the lights back on. They had a nice roast beef and jalapenos and jack milk cheese sandwich. Oh, they got, that's a good sandwich. At the Oaks. They're closed Monday and Wednesday. They're usually open, I think 8 to 6. And I think they're open, what is today, Sunday? I think they're open a little later on Friday and Saturday nights. They got pizzas, hamburgers, spaghetti, what else? Tacos. I was eating their pizzas when we were up here during the fire. The pizzas were real good. The firefighters liked that pizza they had. They were serving out front in the parking lot for the firefighters. Sammy put on some pretty big meals. Thank you, Sammy. That was a feast. And it's so nice for those guys that they usually get boxed lunches. Or if they get lucky when they go down the hill, they're going to fire camp, they can hit a restaurant. But up here, when they're stuck up here, they have a nice meal already warm, and they sit down just like at the firehouse, and they got a nice warm meal served to them. I mean, they like that. That's like creature comfort. They can finally relax and goof around a little bit. Plus, there's usually 3 or 4 crews in there together. they see old buddies or they trade stories, and they have a good time. Where are we at now? We're 5,000 foot. I got 32 degrees. Yeah, the temps. Finally, the sun was out when I came up. It was blaringly sun up here off the snow when I came up. The road was completely dry. Here's what I'm afraid of. You see these wet spots? That can be black ice. At this temperature, I'm leery of that wet spots. But like I said about that guy on the road, I hope he's okay. I hope somebody got him. If he's out of firewood, it's going to be a cold night. I'd break up the furniture if I had to. You know, if I was stranded, furniture, bed, well, the bed, you went to bed, but, or go raid somebody, you know, you hate to steal from somebody else, but when you get into a survival deal, oh, you can see the sun is just hitting the top of Kuiper Ridge. I don't know if you can see that upper right. It's beautiful though. I looked up there with binoculars and man, there's a lot of snow up there. Like 5-8 feet up there. It looks like it's deep. Kuiper Ridge gets a lot of, they usually like are on the top for the county for rainfall. So I can imagine they're up at the top. But that weather station they have up there, it's been intermittent for the past couple years. Went offline for about a year or two. You can see it there on the left, the Kuiper Ridge, where the fire was. You know, the El Dorado fire when it burned down toward Forest Falls. Right there. Look at that. Down here's where I saw most of the rock on this climb, you know, up from the turn off to Forest Falls. And I've seen a lot of people pull over with holes in their radiators, their oil pans. They come flying around these corners and they can't stop. The rock will be all the way across the roadway, both lanes. And they, you know, they can't stop in time, so they have to go over it. And if you got a low slung car, yeah, they just, I can't. Some of it looked like snow, but it was actually rock when see, this is what I worry about right here. Don't be on your brakes when you hit the wet spots. And this truck looked abandoned. It was a rental. It looks like it's one of the Caltrans rentals, the United rentals. But that thing's got, it's got a lot of snow on the hood. Like it was there from a couple days ago. I wonder why they left that. My fog lights, you see that big beam in the center low? Let me turn. See that? I lost my left fog light. I replaced it. It's so super bright, and it kind of looks like I need to re-aim it. Or I bought some new ones, supposedly better ones, to change them both. But I think my right one's really weak. It's on, but that left one just kicks butt. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know if it was a different, well, it may have been because I think they were factory ones and I put it in an aftermarket. That may be why. I bought a pair of real, supposedly the best ones. I just need to get some time here to, I got to do a couple things in my truck. I just got a lamp out now. And what else is wrong? Oh, I need to get my roof rack mounted up. I've got a roof rack, but it's a, what do you call it, construction ladder rack. But I can put my solar panels up there. I can put my, got a big gear bag so I can slow my camping gear on top. So my shell, I can keep my shell open. Whoa. because a lot of times I have to load my traps for like a dog fix. Somebody just sent me a thing about a dog and Kaipa stuck in the wash. Gene did. Sorry, Gene, I just saw that. I was up here all day. She sent it to me about 10. Finally saw some critters today too. Saw some squirrels hopping around. But I haven't seen any deer or coyotes or bobcats. They're beautiful when you get them in the snow, the background. I've got one coyote on my critter cam, but that's been it. I haven't gotten a lot of critters. Oh, that looks like storm up ahead. See that? That looks like storm. Sammy said another storm coming in tomorrow. I haven't really looked at this, how much rain or snow or what the snow level is. I'll make a post tonight on the group. Usually every day I do a off my weather station, how much rain, how big a wind gust, and then I'll put the 10-day forecast. I started putting the humidity and the solar radiation, all that back up too. Some people are geeks like me. They want to see all the weather info, and it's kind of cool. You can look at the graphs and see, like when that big blizzard came in, the barometric pressure just went way down. It's a low. You can watch the humidity fluctuate. Here's Mount Home Village. I got 34 degrees here. Yesterday it snowed clear to the bottom. When I came down about 7 p.m., you could see the snow. It was all the way almost to Mentone. Where Friday or Thursday, it snowed in Mentone. So maybe leave that off. I think that's the right one. Well, I got them both off. But it's that left one that really... I kind of like it because I get more light. It's bouncing off the highway. And there's only been... there was a gray Toyota in Forest Falls yesterday in the ditch. I haven't seen really a lot of people in the ditch. That was it for like 4 days of this storm. The other guy pulled out he was off-roading in the mud, got stuck. But I've seen skid marks where they slipped and spun around, and luckily they saved it. Here's the picnic area at Thurman Flats. And it looks like they plowed it in there. It may be a while till they let snow players back up here, because if they get more snow tomorrow and Tuesday, these guys are working their butts off to just clear the roads still. So they may keep this closure down here till the end of the week. I came down here Thursday and it was a whiteout. It was a blizzard. I had trouble seeing the highway. Then, Friday. It was Friday. And then yesterday, when I came down, it stopped as I came down, but up at Forest Falls, it was sideways snow and white out about 6 o'clock. Yeah, that's the thing. I gotta get on my fog lights, get those aftermarket ones put in. I need to wire or get my construction ladder rack up. What else needs to happen? Fix my lamp out. That'll just be changing the lamp. Looks like it's going to be in the 30s again tonight in Redlands and Mentone. It's been in the 30s for 4 days now. Been a cold ass. I know when I get up in the morning when the heater's been turned down, man, it is cold. I grab a big comforter and just wrap it around me and wait for that heater to work. Kind of a sunset. It's way past sunset, but it's got that orange, a little bit of orange red. Yeah, the checkpoint's down here, and they've got a CHP man in it. And they're letting residents up with IDs. I guess they may not do a hard closure tonight because it's not as bad. This road up to 38 to Angelus Oaks was really in really good shape. We'll be able to see. Oh, do they even have a checkpoint? Yeah, they have a check. Looks like they're resetting up for a hard closure. Don't run into me, guy. That guy behind me is right on my butt. Come on, guy. We slow down at checkpoints. Everybody's in a freaking hurry. There's people out walking around. I really don't want to hit a checkpoint guy or a give him the courtesy, slow down and move over for him. And we'll let you see I'll kill this light, a fog light, so you can see I lose too much light when I kill those. There's your red from the sunset. Jackass will probably pass me on the double yellow on the curve. I'm going 50. Come on, guys. It's like, actually, I'm going over 50. There's your sunset. There's people watching it right here. People pull off into the turnout. Or there was several stands here. Yeah, those guys were cheapers. They're probably out playing. There's 3 or 4. There was what do you call them? Honey guy, and there was Flautas guy, and there was I don't think it was a taco stand. There was like 4 stands there. Used to be like one bonsai guy, but now there's like a market setting up there on the weekends. And of course, this guy is right on my butt where all the accidents are. Where poor Ann's father got run off the road down here because of a jackass like behind me. The car swiped her dad, ran him off into the shoulder, and then the asshole took off. He was in the gray car. This was last Sunday. The black Lexus is the one that ran him. Tried to pass 2 cars and ran him off the road. Sideswiped him. So if you're a witness or you got video, get a hold of me. There's a thread on the group. And her dad's in Loma Linda. He's got a broken back. He's got like a tear in his heart. He's got a broken hip. I think other broken bones. Really messed him up. All because some jackass couldn't, couldn't wait. That's it. I'm going to stop the video because I'm 25 minutes into it. So we'll see you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.